I spoke with Major General Patrick Ryder.
General, Iran is saying it will not be deterred from a retaliatory attack. What does the U.S. think that will look like and when it will happen?
Well, first of all, thanks very much for having me. We continue to stay singularly focused on de-escalating the situation in the Middle East right now. And from a Department of Defense standpoint, that has included deploying some additional capabilities in the region to do several things. One is to protect U.S. forces that are operating in the Middle East region. Two is to support the defense of Israel. We've said all along that our support for Israel's defense is ironclad, as evidenced by the capabilities and the forces that we put into the region. And then third, to your point, we're very focused on deterring potential aggression and preventing a wider regional conflict. And so we're going to stay very focused on those aims and the days ahead.
You yesterday announced that a submarine with more than 150 Tomahawk missiles on board was in the area. That is not something you normally do. What message were you sending?
Well, it's certainly, to your point, not something that we often do. It's also not unprecedented. But the key point here is that we are sending a message, and that we're deploying additional capabilities into the U.S. Central Command region to provide a wide variety of capabilities to respond to various contingencies, also to protect our forces and support the defense of Israel. Look, we don't want a wider regional conflict. We don't want there to be war. But we won't hesitate to protect our forces, and we won't hesitate to support the defense of Israel should they be attacked.
Do you think the Iran attack from Iran or one of its proxies will be more substantial than the attack in April when it fired about 300 missiles, 99% of which were repelled or shot down?
Well, it's a great question, and I'm not going to speculate about what they may do. We've seen their public statements, certainly, and we have to take those seriously. So we're going to be prepared for a wide array of potential contingencies to ensure that our forces are protected and that we can support Israel's defense.
The Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, has spoken 3 times with the Israeli Defense Minister, Yoav Gallant, reiterating the United States' commitment to take every possible step to defend Israel. So what does that look like? Is nothing off limits?
Well, again, part of that depends on what we see Iran and its proxies do. And so, again, we want to be ready for a wide variety of potential contingencies. But I think if you look back to April 13th and Iran's unprecedented missile and drone attack against Israel, you kind of get an idea of what they're capable of. And so we want to be prepared regardless of what they may do. Again, I will emphasize, we hope we don't see something, but we need to be ready if they do.
So how do you keep this all from spiraling into a wider, bigger war?
Well, that's exactly what we've been focused on since October 7th, when Hamas attacked Israel, killed 1,200 innocent civilians, took over 250 hostages. We've been very focused on preventing this from becoming a wider regional war. So far, we see the conflict largely contained to Israel-Gaza, but we are very aware of the tensions, the incredible tensions right now in the Middle East region, and continue to work closely with our partners in the region to reduce and de-escalate those tensions. And that's what we'll continue to stay focused on.
Do you believe that Iran itself will launch this attack, as it's been vowing to do, or will it rely on its proxies like Hezbollah or the Houthi rebels to do so?
Yeah, well, again, I don't want to speculate. You've seen their words, what they've said publicly. We have to take those seriously. So whether it's Iran proper or its proxies, we are in position to be prepared to support the defense of Israel and protect our forces should they be threatened.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.